So this is asking if there's going to be any marketing for the game as we get closer to 1.0. Yes, yes. So we're doing some soft marketing now. We're talking with people and streamers and trying to set up some interviews, some podcasts, and things like that. And man, we are open to any suggestions anybody wants to talk with us about, like including crazy stuff, weird stuff, strange stuff. And we will also, as we get closer, start doing more stuff. Right now, we are moving over to a new back end. That process will be complete in a week or two, and then we'll have stuff. But I'm also always hesitant right now when we're this close to start a big push before everything's in the game. Like at 1.0, everything will be in the game, so we kind of want to have that be the focus, because some people will be like, well, I'm not going to buy it because it doesn't have achievements. Well, now we have achievements in there, and we're going to have a whole bunch more achievements. Oh, it doesn't have trading cards in there. Well, now it has trading cards in there, right? Like, instead of leaking it out each time we add those things, it's kind of like just wait until they're all in there and we're doing them all at once in a big thing. I'm a big fan of that focused, like everything together for the 1.0, the complete game. So we'll have all of the community maps will also be versus ready then. You can play those. So it's just a lot of content. It's a lot of content you'll get for your $20 at the 1.0 launch. And I actually did a lot of affiliate marketing back in the day. In the late 90s, early aughts. Actually, I lived on it for about 5 years. Made a good living. But one of the things with that I found out was everything changes all the time, and you always have to be on top of it. And I just haven't been on top of it. We've been visiting it. We've been talking with people about it. Like if we're going to do any kind of performance marketing stuff or do kind of anything with people that way. There's some things we want to try there because I'm a big believer in that. But it really is like we've got to get our game ready for that, so that people are comfortable with that, what it is they're buying, and then we can really start that focus. But yeah, and then we'll also be giving out the reviews, and IGN gave it a 5 out of 10 the first time around. I think they're not going to give it a 5 out of 10 this time, so we'll see where we end up there. But it's a lot of game, and I'm really proud of the game now and how it feels, so it's just we can lean into it, and we can do that. Before we had to fix the game. That was the big problem. And now it's about word of mouth. And so how do we do that word of mouth in a way that works best? And sometimes spending money does do it. Like, it's gross. Like, I hate that part of it. It's super gross. But it's also a way that does work. And as long as you're really understanding for, every dollar you spend, you're making more money, and you'll be able to track that, it's worth doing. Oh, and if you're wondering why it's so noisy over here, you can see that plane taking off. When it's just me, and I get a choice, and I just have a few things to do in the city at one time, I like to stay where I can watch the planes take off and land because I like planes. I'm a 5-year-old boy. What can I say?